Narratives, let me repeat the question. My argument has been that hard work and entrepreneurship are the only way out of this crisis. Sometimes people will observe to me, yeah, but the last great recession, at least the Great Depression, we got out of that one by government spending. You know, President Roosevelt, he spent a whole bunch of taxpayer money and created a whole bunch of programs and then ultimately fought a really big war, which spent a lot of money, and that saved the American economy. What do you say to that, huh? That's what I hear a lot. And it's not how you said it. I can't believe how provocative you are. Narratives are powerful things in economies. If you can get the narrative about what really happened in a macroeconomic phenomenon, you win, because then you get to change the economic culture. And there's a big narrative about the Great Depression in America in the 1930s, and the narrative is this: Herbert Hoover was an incorrigible free marketeer. His free market policies led America into iniquity and a horrible financial crisis. Franklin D. Roosevelt came along and understood that free enterprise was out of control, and he started spending a whole lot of money in creating jobs, and that's what pulled America out of the financial crisis that it was in, out of the macroeconomic crisis that plagued it. Every part of that narrative is wrong. Yeah, you knew it, you've heard that before because you read it in your history books when you were in high school, but it's not right. Herbert Hoover was not a free marketeer, and wild macroeconomic spending by Franklin D. Roosevelt did not pull America out of the macroeconomic crisis. On the contrary, there's a lot of evidence that suggests that it prolonged it. But in the meantime, since it owned the narrative, we've taken over the idea that Keynesian macroeconomic spending on virtually anything, you could take money and burn it practically, and that would stimulate the economy based on this narrative, is something that will do us good. Now, that narrative was wrong, and it stimulated a whole lot of arguments that we still get today. Today's narrative from the current leadership is equally wrong about this crisis, and I urge you to regret it and to be skeptical of it, because if it takes hold, your kids and grandkids are going to be reading about that in their history books, and we're going to repeat it 9 more times within the next 90 years. That's what the data tell us. And we don't have to if we simply will tell the truth and grab the narrative and speak for our 70% values. Thank you.